How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and welcome back to our playthrough of the economic campaign for Stronghold 2. Today we're going to be completing mission number 9.
I wish to strengthen the royal guard, and so require a reliable supply of arms from your county. Whosoever produces the required weaponry first will win the big contract.
Okay, so here to win this mission, we need to acquire 100 swords. It doesn't say whether we can buy them or build them, but I imagine we won't be allowed to buy them. We'll lose if our lord dies or if Edwin acquires those 100 swords first. So let's get started.
I think we stand a good chance, my liege. Sir William is away courting Lady Saren, and I believe Sir Grey is taking a nap. Our only real competition will be from Sir Edwin. He has already increased his iron production in preparation.
Okay, so I'm going to be building some additional iron mines in this newly acquired estate that we have.
We need iron, and we need it fast, sire. One of our estates to the north has iron, and I've instructed them to make this their top priority. We should be getting a cartload through shortly.
Another thing that I want to do after rebuilding those iron mines, as you can see, we have quite a few now, but we need to place this carter's post closer to my actual estate. Oh, like something like that. That way, the iron only has to travel from here to my stockpile instead of traveling all the way from like this estate's stockpile to my stockpile. But for pretty obvious reasons, we don't really want that to be the case. I'm not sure what else I want to use this village itself for at the moment.
Sir Edwin's vassal estate has been mining iron for him for some time now, sire. He's well placed in this race.
The reason that estate is kind of garbage is because if I start doing... Oh, we actually are running out of food here. Holy crap. We need to stop this right away.
As this is the first time you've used a carter's post...
This is not the first time I've used a carter's post, you blithering idiot.
The goods are on the way, my
Good, I'm glad to hear it. So hopefully now we'll be getting our apples and meat going over to this estate, to my estate now again, instead of to William's estate, because that's how we had it set up last time. And we should also do the same with the wheat, actually the flour.
Select target.
Anybody else hate the carter's post? Because to me it's like a really annoying building. I really dislike that building. Just obnoxious. So what we need to do here, we don't need to build any armor, just the swords. Oh, we have tons and tons of gold at this point. Might as well build quite a few blacksmiths here. Hopefully, yeah, okay, we can see Carter's shipping us some iron already. I'm going to set up a second one here. And we're going to set it up to ship the iron continuously to my estate. It looks like we're actually all out of food at this point, so what I should do here is turn the tax rate down. Probably just turn it off entirely. Like, we have a ton of gold, so much more important that we keep our population up.
Sentiment is warm.
And I do mean population, because if your popularity falls too low, your population, your peasants will start to leave the castle. As you can see, we're all out of food. Yeah, that's the thing. Did we ever build a traveling fair? I don't think we did. That's something I could add here to my castle. I believe we unlocked a traveling fair sometime around last mission or the mission before, perhaps. We should be able to fit it here. Yeah, there we go. So what else am I missing? Looks like we're getting some apples and meat coming into our granary now. We have the iron, not quite yet, but pretty soon we should. Yeah, there we go, 20 iron. Do we have all the amenities that this estate requires? One of the things that we could really start doing is prepping for future missions. And I'm going to be doing that by building a lord's kitchen here on this estate. I wonder where I want to put it, though. I might want to delete, like, an apple farm or two up here, because... No, I suppose I need those apple farms.
Sir Edwin is cheating. He has bought a consignment of weapons from abroad instead of making them. This was supposed to be a production race. It is simply not fair.
Oh, stop your whining, Simpkins. I would have bought a lot if I could. Anyway, you cannot prove a thing.
Oh, this estate is going to also be producing pigs for us.
Sir Edwin is winning, my liege. We need to increase our production.
So this estate is also going to be producing pigs for us, because at the very end of all these missions, there is one that requires you to host a great feast. And it's going to need a lot of the various honor grid types to host it. So if we produce pigs at this estate. Maybe I can produce something like eels at this estate over here. The marsh estate. What is it? Oh, we actually own this estate now too. Okay. So what I should do here, I should switch this estate from producing flour to this estate here by the where the bandits used to be to produce bread. I can set this up pretty easily, I think. I didn't know. They never told me that I owned this one. That's so strange. Why would they not tell me? So let's get a few more bakeries up and going here. I don't know what the carter's post is sending at the moment.
Goods.
Bread, apparently. Looks like we have a lot of flour, a lot of wheat. So we definitely don't need more wheat farms for this estate. We could probably use more bakeries. And then maybe another carter's post. Another carter's post.
Is rising.
Okay, yeah, it looks like our popularity is all the way back up. Probably because we have food now. Let's see here. Yes, quite a bit indeed. So I'm going to turn taxes back up. This should be good. Well, throwing it down a little bit. There. This estate apparently needs more hovels. A couple more. And I think that'll be pretty good. Oh, I just noticed something. This estate is clogged. Is there anything like we can waste a ton of wood on? I forget. Like, oh no, I always use my wood. Okay. So the best way to actually do this is probably going to be to delete the stockpile. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to delete this hovel and that carter's post, and then I'm going to delete the stockpile from this village, and we're going to replace it with another stockpile, like right there. That's pretty good. But I'm also going to be deleting these 3 woodcutters. That way we don't fill it up with useless wood all over again. Because that would just pretty much defeat the point.
Select goods.
So we're going to have that carter there sending us bread. Maybe you can put down like a couple more and have them set up to send me bread as well. I think... Yeah, okay, we're getting wheat in already. Maybe I want an extra wheat farm though, since I deleted a whole bunch of wheat that we previously had stored up in here. Also, this windmill should be closer so it doesn't take as long to produce the flour. I'm deleting the existing one and rebuilding it. This is going to be our wheat estate, I'm pretty sure. And then I also mentioned that down for this estate, I wanted to make this one into like an eel pond estate, and we have a really nice little crook here, or nook maybe, to actually do so. For some reason, I can't turn the kitchen off here, which is really, really strange. Because the kitchen up here, I think it's off because when I last left it, I had it turned off. Oh, that's a bit odd, but okay. So I'm planning on making eel ponds over by this one. They're a little bit expensive, but like they need a lot of room. So I think this is probably one of the best estates to put it in, despite the constraints of the terrain, because you know there are a lot of marshes, and some trees around here. Since we are going to be producing producing wheat and bread in that other estate, we can focus this estate on something else. Probably, I don't know. It's a toss-up between making hops or making candles. I'm not sure which way I want to go. I think we're gonna go do hops. Let's try to rebuild some hops farms here, because the hops farms are basically the same size as the wheat farms that we replaced. So it's a pretty good substitution. It's going to make like 3 of those, and then maybe, let's see if we can fit 8 or 9 brewers in there. Hopefully we have enough population and food to support that. I'm not sure we will. Is this estate doing poorly? No, it's got a good popularity. Excellent. We just need more hovels. So maybe 2 more hovels will be enough. Maybe we'll need 3. There we go. Let's try that. And probably also going to be putting up a couple more of these hunters posts just for good measure. So that's one of the really interesting things about Stronghold 2, I guess you could say, in terms of how their, what would you call it, their estate system works compared to later Stronghold games, is because this estate system requires a fair bit of micromanagement. You have to build up the estates and everything almost as if you were building your own. While that gave you a great amount of flexibility, the downside to that is you spend a lot of time simply building other estates. So that's a downside. Whereas like in Stronghold Legends, you could just click a single button and that estate would be set up to produce apples and ship them to you, or bread and ship them to you, right? It was a lot more straightforward. It required a lot less investment in actually building that estate up. So we have pigs here. Pretty good. We'll have ducks and eels in this estate. So I guess we have 2 more estates though, right? We have this one down here. Not sure we could produce much in it. Maybe this should have been our pig estate. And then of course we have, oh wait, we don't have that estate. Can I even build 2 kitchens in one? No, okay.
We have already placed this building, my liege.
So the other thing that we need is the Vinter's workshop. Maybe I should produce some wine down here in this one. There isn't a lot of land overall, but usually we don't need much, and it will most certainly build up over time. So I think I'm going to place like 2 vineyards if I can fit them
Place that there, my lord.
in this estate. I might not be able to fit one where that apple farm is anyway. I'm just going to delete some of these hunter's posts instead. There we go. So 2 vineyards. Maybe we can fit even one more up here. Maybe not. I think they require lowland. So yeah, this is a lot of pretty uneven terrain and whatnot. So we'll just do 2, and then we'll have the Vinter's workshops themselves. Now, unlike a lot of other honor goods, the vines, the wine, the grapes, I suppose, are actually stored in the stockpile before they are used by the Vinter's workshops and then stored in the kitchen. So, in a way, we could get away with not having a kitchen if we just ignored building these workshops entirely. And maybe that's what I should do, because there doesn't seem to be room for a kitchen. So maybe that's not the best way to do it. Maybe I should have been producing vines over here. Or, I don't know, it says Vinter's workshop. They produce wine. You know, what can you say about it? Maybe this estate. I think we should do it with this estate, right? We got a lot of nice flat land here. Let's build the Lord's kitchen this side of the stockpile, because we are going to be putting the vineyards down here. These are going to be put into the stockpile, and then we'll have the Vinter's workshops right outside the stockpile by the actual kitchen. And then that'll greatly reduce the amount of time that the Vinters themselves need to walk to and from work and the storage place. So hopefully that works out. As you can see, these estates refuse to not produce wood, which is probably for the best, but it's a bit irritating as well. We're doing pretty good in terms of producing swords, but I just like to use this mission here as an extra opportunity to like build up my estates, because we have a fair bit of time and there's no point in letting it go to waste. We can also produce iron on this estate, which is probably unneeded, but like maybe we want to put a couple of iron mines up here just to make sure, in case we need iron in a pinch. You never know. So I think we got most okay, maybe not. How is our popularity doing from this estate? It's down to 97. This could mean that we're producing too little bread. It'd be worth checking out.
Select goods.
See here. Yes, we most certainly do not have any flour left, but at the same time, we do have 500 bread, so it's most certainly not a bread problem. One of the things we could do potentially is just build another bakery here. Hopefully, maybe we just need another hovel then. Okay, let's try that. So we have quite a nice setup here. The only thing we'll need to be producing in our estate is actually the vegetables. And we have a fair bit of bread coming in. So what I'm going to do... Wait, why does it still say -8 from this granary? We have all the food types. Look at that. And where are we getting cheese from? I still don't understand where the cheese is coming from. That is so peculiar. Where... Who's shipping me cheese? Is it this place? No, that's owned by Edwin. Very, very strange. And then, of course, it still shows that the granary is empty, even though it isn't. It still has that -8 above it. What I'm going to do here, we're going to delete all these bakeries. Probably start replacing them. Delete the pig farms there as well. Replace them with these vegetable gardens. And fit quite a few of them here. As well as perhaps a couple more blacksmiths. It depends on how much iron we have. We currently have a ton of iron, so there's no reason not to just go overboard and produce a lot more swords. Let's add a few more blacksmiths here where we can. It should be nice. How many extra population do we have? We still have 6. Okay, so that all of those buildings will be filled just fine. I want to set up this cart. Ooh, is our stockpile actually full? I had not heard anything from the stockpile people. Didn't mention it to me, so I was assuming that it wasn't. Oh, no. It was sending this to, what's his name? William. We need to stop that and send it, set it up to
Choose a
send
mount.
pigs
How often,
to our
sire?
estate
The
instead.
goods are on the way, my lord.
There we go. Very nice. I think we'll just delete these vineyards over here. I don't think we need them at all because this estate over by Sir Grey, this is Sir Grey's castle, we'll be producing them instead and storing them in the castle kitchen there. This estate here
goods.
needs to stop sending me stuff, and instead we need to focus
Choose a
over
mount.
sending
Select target.
eels and
The goods are on
ducks,
the way, my
I
lord.
think. So there go the
Choose a mount.
eels.
Select target. The goods
And now
on
those
the
are the
way, my
ducks, as you can see. Very nice. We don't even have to produce those on our own. How many extra peasants does this estate have now? Okay, we got like 5, 6 sitting around. Might expand the size of our eel
The
and
land
duck
is too
pond
uneven to build
production. It
here,
seems
my
like we can
lord.
fit like 3 more over there. We also need another carter's post though, because we want to start sending the brewed ale over, I guess it would be.
Select goods.
So here we go.
Choose a mount.
16 ale, not very much. Might want to wait until we have
Cancelling this
20.
shipment, my lord.
How
Select
much
goods.
hops do we have? Okay, we don't have enough hops.
Canceling this shipment, my
Okay,
lord.
here's a new idea. Instead of these 2 duck ponds, what we're going to do is place a couple more hops farms because apparently we're overproduced, or we have too much production capability to produce ale, but not enough actual hops being produced. So we're going to make that instead. I would just hope that there are enough eels over here. Now we have a lot of swords. I think things are going quite well. One of the other things that we could do is preemptively get some of our archers move over to Sir Grey's castle while we still have a clear path, because eventually he gets sieged by Edwin. So if we get our troops over there first, we don't really have to worry about trying to get through while the siege is taking place, because that can be a little bit tricky. I'm not exactly sure when the Edwin siege comes along, but I think it's most advisable just go ahead here and try to preemptively plan for it. You know, if you want to be optimal, if you don't mind winging it and stuff, that's fine. You know, I suppose that'd be the more genuine way to do it. I think, yeah, we have archers converging from 2 directions. Both of them chose different paths. So be it. So, we might have some wine coming in now. Well, yeah, we do, actually.
Choose a mount.
I'm going to select
The
20.
goods are on the way, my
Hopefully this carter's going to be sending us 20 wine at a time. Should be pretty nice. We won't have to produce it ourselves. I haven't seen fires in a long time. I'm going to delete... Oh, I think this is where the cheese came from. We actually have a dairy farm that apparently was placed by the AI while they were controlling my estate here in the last mission. But more the vegetable farms there. I should probably turn this
Work
kitchen off.
halted, my lord.
That way they stop using the resources in it. It's very important if we want to actually stockpile resources. Probably shouldn't be using them all. This wheat farm here is no longer needed. About hops.
Your popularity is falling.
Why would that be?
People love you, my lord.
A lot. Oh, we ran out of food? No. Oh. How?
Rations.
That explains. I turned the rations down to nothing. Somebody did anyway. I don't remember doing it. Holy crap. Like, we had all these
Peasants are eating
resources.
well, sire. This indeed
And
brings you
we
some
weren't
honor.
consuming any of it.
The people love
Yeah,
you,
look at
my
that.
lord.
We can most certainly turn up taxes now.
Your
There we
popularity
go.
is rising.
What else don't we like?
The
There's
people
too many gongs,
worship you,
too much
sire.
rats. Another thing. Oh, wait. Ooh.
I give the contract to you, Sir Knight. Congratulations.
We actually completed the contract. Okay, very nice. I was also going to build a justice system, but we don't have the buildings for that yet, so never mind.
No, I spent a fortune on those weapons. What am I supposed to do with them now? Maybe there is a use for them after all.
Yeah, so it would appear that the siege of Sir Grey is imminent, so it's a good thing I got those archers, and yeah, it was just the archers over there, as a matter of fact. That does complete mission, chapter, whatever you want to call it, number 9 of the economic campaign for Stronghold 2. I know it took a little bit longer than most people probably would, but I like to build up my estates quite nicely, so it was a good opportunity to invest a little bit more in those while we had the leisure time to do so. So thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time.